Nicola Cairncross here, and today I wanted to talk to you about your pre-marketing plan. And I was thinking earlier about how when we set out to start a business and how we start to take our first steps towards marketing our business, which means getting it in front of the kind of people who might want to buy the thing that we have to sell, then what a leap of faith it is. Then I started to realise all the other things you need to think about before you even start to make a marketing plan. So I thought I'd outline those here today. So the first thing you need is the desire to start a business in the first place, the desire to bring a product to market, the desire to fill a gap in the market that you can see. And the other thing you need to do is to think about whether your customer is going to have any desire for your product or service, whether it's something that's going to solve a problem, that's going to save them time or save them money, something that's going to enhance their lives. So you have to believe that that's the case before you get started. The second thing you need to think about is, can you make it an equitable value exchange? Can you exchange the thing that you want to offer or sell for enough of your client's hard-earned cash to make it profitable for you to do so? So this is one thing that freelance people really suffer with, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day, is that you don't just need to sell your product or service at a price that covers your costs. It's also got to cover your time, and then it's also got to make the business a profit, even if the business is only you. Because if it doesn't make the business a profit, then it's not going to cover you through the times when you don't make any sales. And also it's not going to cover you through times when sales might dip for one reason or another outside your control. So that's a really important thing, is there going to be an equitable value exchange? The third thing to think about is there going to be a big enough audience, and are you going to be able to get in front of enough of them? I'm always astonished when I put my videos up how fewer viewers there are for business and marketing videos than there are for things like gardening videos, for example, hobby videos, furniture restoration videos, because I'm interested in those things myself, and those are the kind of videos I watch. I'm always astonished at the numbers that those videos get compared with anything to do with business or marketing or money or investment, which is really quite a niche area, apparently. I didn't realise this at all. Now here's where we come nearer to the traditional idea of a marketing plan, and that is to make a plan to get your offer of your product or service in front of enough of an audience to be able to make some meaningful conversions. And we'll talk about those a little bit later. But if you can't get your offer in front of enough eyeballs, as I call it, then you're not going to have any clue at all about whether your offer is going to convert in the marketplace, whether there is enough of a desire for your ideal customer to buy your product or service. So this is something to think about. How are you going to get a big enough audience, and how are you going to get enough eyeballs on your offer? And the next thing to think about is, what actions are you going to take to get your offer in front of those eyeballs? And that along with the last part is what's really covered in a traditional marketing plan. So the things I'm talking about, the things you need to think about before you start making the marketing plan. Now, once you've got your offer in front of enough eyeballs, and that means at least, the rule of thumb is 100 set of eyeballs to one conversion, whether that's a conversion of someone putting their hand up to say, I'm a little bit interested, whether it's a conversion to somebody putting their hand up to say, I want this, I'll buy it. And you need to keep track of those things as well. You need to keep track of how many people come to your website and see your offer, whether that's websites hosted on Amazon, whether it's hosted on your own website. I track, for example, how many people watch my videos every week, to how many people visit my website every week, and then how many people click through to the page where you can find out about Clicks and Leads Academy, or how many people book in to talk to me about consultancy. So these are the sort of 3 or 4 things that I track every single week, because that tells me if my offer's getting in front of enough eyeballs. And if it's not, then it's not that your offer's rubbish, and it's not that you're making your offer in a bad way, and it's not that there's no desire for your product or service, or that you're offering it at the wrong price. It just means you simply haven't got it in front of enough people. And I think when people realise that, that's a real turning point for them in the stages of becoming a business owner. And sometimes you're going to have to pay for those eyeballs, and sometimes you're going to be able to work for those eyeballs. I'm working for the eyeballs now because I'm talking to you. If I wanted to pay for this video to be seen by more people, that would be me paying for the attention as well as working for the attention. So think about which one you're willing to do, which one you're able to do, and which one you're happy to do, because if you're not happy doing it, you won't do it. And although I had some challenges in the beginning of restarting this channel, I thoroughly enjoy making these videos now. I've always enjoyed editing them, and I definitely enjoy uploading them and letting people know about them. So that's one of the things you need to think about when you're, what are you going to track to let you know that you're getting your offer in front of enough eyeballs, and you're doing that consistently week on week on week. And then that will tell us the next step of is there a fall down in any of those bits of the process. And that's what KPIs do for us, key performance indicators they're called. Stop playing with them. Nicola here, and I'd like to quickly interrupt this video. As you may or may not know, I have a business called Clicks and Leads Academy, which is not just about marketing your business better online, although we do cover that. It's also about becoming a better entrepreneur. So if you like the sound of that, you can come over to clicksandleads.academy. See you on the other side. The next thing is we're going to be doing more of what works and less of what doesn't. So you might wake up in the morning, as I often do, with a brilliant brainwave on how to get your offer in front of more eyeballs. But the thing to do is not to go off half-cocked on a new idea before you actually find out whether the previous ideas or the ones you're working on actually work. And don't drop one idea that works just because you think another one's going to work a hell of a lot better and actually just ends up not working at all. Then you've lost both sources of eyeballs. Then the next step after that is to decide what proportion of your profits you're going to invest in making your marketing steps easier. Are you going to be able to invest in pay-per-click to enhance your social media reach? Are you going to be able to invest in Google AdWords, for example, so that when people are searching for your product or service, your offer comes up ahead of everyone else's? And that's really got to be a part of your marketing plan that comes either at the beginning if you've got the budget or at the end when you've got the profits. You need to decide how much of your profit you're willing to give away to get more eyeballs on your offers to be able to sell more of whatever you're selling. And that brings us round in a neat old circle back to faith. Because if you didn't have faith in your business, you didn't have faith in your product or service, or you didn't have faith in yourself to be able to identify how to get lots of eyeballs on your offers, then you wouldn't be in business in the first place. So you have to have faith when you start out at the beginning that it's all going to work. And then you have to have faith that it's going to keep working if you carry on producing good quality stuff, selling it to the right people, enhancing their lives, and then getting good with your money so that you can keep making it happen in a nice virtuous circle. And now, having thought about all that, you can start your marketing plan. Hope that helps. Love to see your comments. It's just some random thoughts that occurred to me today. So give me your comments below, your feedback. Are you stuck on any of those parts of the wheel, or are you indeed stuck on the marketing plan? I'd love to hear from you, and I do answer all the comments personally. So do let me know if you're stuck, or do let me know if there's any part of that you resonated with particularly. I always love to hear from you. I'll see you next time.